Okay, let's also introduce or review some another notation, which is called the sigma notation. And let me ask you, I think everybody might, maybe you don't know it, but you might know some Greek letters. For example, you might know uh, the the way, whoops, you might know the Greek letter for A. You might know that it's alpha. You might know that the Greek letter for B is beta. I think this one is a small alpha, but this is could be a capital beta. So just like in the Roman alphabet or the English alphabet, we have capital A and small a. They also have capital alpha and small alpha. I think the capital A might be this, just like that. Right? Maybe the capital beta is the same as the small beta, but just written in a bigger way. Do we know any other Greek letters? I think we know delta. Uh, we know the D rather. We know D, the capital D at least, is delta. So we use that sometimes. We write like delta Y over delta X. Whoops, I don't know what happened there, but anyway, you know what I'm talking about. And so what else? Do we know any others? I'm sure that some of you know some others. I can't think of any right now. Uh, well, maybe you know theta. Theta. I don't know. Is that a T maybe? That's not a T actually. But anyway, maybe that's not quite the same. There's nothing quite like that in the English alphabet. Anyway, we know some Greek letters. Now, it so happens that, in mathematics, we use some Greek letters, and that's just to distinguish them so that you don't sort of think that it's just like a sentence or something. So instead of using A, which might be part of a sentence, you might use alpha. Then you know it's not part of a sentence, it's some special symbol. So we sometimes use symbols like that. And I think you also know the Greek for S. Now, maybe you know it. You might, well, everyone's probably seen this, and that is a Greek S. We call it sigma, but it's a Greek S. So if you wanted to spell uh, like let's say, I don't know what word begins with S. Anyway, you could write this, I guess, S-A-B. I don't know what stab. Uh, but anyway, this is an S, this is an A, and this is a B. Now, we know that S, or that sigma rather, um, because you probably know that we use it something like this. So you might have some problem with this, but you probably know that we use it like this. And the reason that we use that Greek S is because it's for the word sum. Sum means another word for addition. So sum and addition basically are the same thing. And so for when we're doing addition, we use the Greek letter S because it's like the first letter of the word sum. Okay, so how do we actually use this? So for example, suppose I wrote, sometimes you might see it like this. You might see I squared, and you might see I goes from 1 to 4. Sometimes we'll write the I up here, and sometimes we leave it out just because we're lazy. And we might just say I goes from 1 to 4 without this I up here. Sometimes we might just leave out the I altogether if we're super lazy. Okay, so anyway, what does this mean? So let's just review what it means. So all it means is that you put you put I equals 1 into here, then you put I equals 2, then you put I equals 3, then you put I equals 4, and you stop there because this is the last one. What do I mean by you put I equals 1 in there? What do I mean by you put I equals 2 in there, and so on? So I just mean you write 1, and then you have to write square because it says I squared. And then you put I equals 2 in there, so you write 2, and then you have to put the square there because it says I squared. And then you write 3, and then it says square, so you have to put the square. And then the last one, we said we're going to stop at this one, and you do that. So you just write that, and then what does the sigma stand for? So we said the sigma is an S, and it stands for this, for sum. So what does that mean? It means what do we put in between here? We put a plus. So you put a plus there, a plus there, and a plus there. So that's what this means. It means this. So that's, if I do that, what do I get? I get 1 plus 4 plus 9 plus 16. What is that? 1 plus 4 is 5, plus 9 is 14, plus 16 is that 30? Is that right? Let's try it again. 1 plus 4 is 5, plus 9 is 14. Yeah, 30. Okay, so you get 30. So what is this equal to? It's equal to 30. Okay, let's try another one. But first, let's stop.